Good afternoon, lovely spirits. It's your main man Solace out here. We're currently on 204th Street and Broadway. This is Uptown Manhattan, Dyckman Street area. And we're at the Dyckman Farmhouse Museum, which was currently, in the past, was called basically the Dyckman Family Plantation. And it was much bigger than this. It pretty much covered this whole area from 190th Street all the way to about 220th Street, and it went from river to river. So if you're from New York, you should understand what I mean. From river to river. So they owned all of this area, not just this little half an acre that this plantation here sits on. So I'm gonna take y'all around this plantation now that I have my correct phone, and just show y'all a little bit about ancient slavery. The Dyckman family, this would be William Dyckman. It's a bunch of them, but this is the Dyckman family's house. And this is a piece of the plantation that's left, because they pretty much turned the plantation lands into the civilization you see. So remove those buildings, this was all like this. And you had your bunch of slaves out here getting busy, and it was a deep thing. This house may have actually been somewhere else, but you know, it's a deep thing. I want to take y'all a little closer. Private, do not enter. This is a part of the actual house. Inside of the house. Y'all know me, I'm on my burglar shit. I'm trying to get in. But this is the inside of the actual house. I'm trying to give y'all the best view I can of it. And that's the inside of the home. It's the other side door. Just give y'all a view. Come on, we're gonna walk some more. I believe, my personal opinion, I believe there was many dead slaves buried down there because they cement blocked it off. Why would you cement block that off? I don't see the point. It's a deep thing. But this is another little area, I believe. Probably a little cellar place for the slaves. This is the actual house that the family lived in. They probably punished certain slaves and threw them down there in the cellar. We're gonna walk around back, give y'all all this history of this Dyckman family plantation. It's a deep thing. One of my followers said that they keep the plantations preserved to keep the spirits of the black people oppressed still. And that's a deep thing, because that could be truth. It's like seeing the dead. Someone you love dies, you see their body. This could actually bring your spirits down, because you like, man, I've let them go, and I know they're in peace, and it's all good. And then you see the dead body again, and you like, damn, this shit fucking my spirit up. And that's how the plantation could actually work. You keep the plantations restored. Black people walk around. I don't know what these white people out here doing, but I believe those that run this place They're the descendants of William Dyckman and the rest of those who own this Dyckman area. Like I said, they own from 190th all the way to about 220th Street, river to river. This is all that's left, meaning this is all that's left that hasn't been turned into civilization. But it's a deep thing. This would have been the slave headquarters where the slaves would have slept. And it's a deep thing I want y'all to see. A very small house. This is the entrance. As y'all can see, I'm short and I would have to duck to get in there. I'm only 5.5 feet. So you have to grasp. If Silas got to duck to get in the house, oh, the house is very small. And that's the chimney back there. This is a little bit of the history. But you can't trust this history too much. You got to just take it. You got to take it and do like Dick Gregory said. You got to take what they give you and rip it apart. Dissect it apart so you can grasp truth. It's just like a frog. You dissect the frog so you can grasp what's real. What is the frog? So it's like I said, if you're not from New York, you got the Harlem River, and it runs all the way up. And when I say from river to river, that's what I mean. So you have the FDR River and you have the Henry Hudson River. And that is what this Dyckman area is enclosed in. So in New York, in most areas, you have 2 rivers that enclose the city or the neighborhood. And that's how that works. Some really nice trees out here. Got 2 white people sitting over there. They're probably the, like I said, they're probably the descendants. A lot of y'all don't ever take the time out to actually think and really understand that those who enslaved our ancestors in the past are still walking around. The same way we're the descendants of the slaves and we're walking around, the descendants of the masters are walking around. And it's a deep thing because a lot of y'all bosses from work that's white, their ancestors were slave owners. And they still have access and knowledge to these places. So the Dyckman family's descendants, their last names are no longer Dyckman. But you have to grasp how deep it is. They know who they are. They know the history. They know their history as well as some of yours. So they don't know your history, but they know they could help you in understanding what the hell happened because they know the history of what it was when they came here. So white people, the old ones, they know how it looked when they got here. And they know what they did. And y'all walk around and y'all be completely in ignorance, not realizing, like, hold on. The slave masters of the past, they came here. Slave masters of the past came here. And they had children, just like the slaves had children. And just like we be here, they be here too still. And it's a deep thing. So wishing well. Turn the handle and get your water out with the pail. It's a deep thing. It's a beautiful tree. I'm not gonna lie, when I come here, man, I get a little upset. Little horse stables and things like this. They just trying to give you an understanding of what it was on a smaller scale. But that's why I said I want y'all to understand this place runs from 190th Street all the way to 220th Street, and it's from river to river. So back in the day, where you see the buildings at, where you see the man walking, all of this would have been forest. These buildings wouldn't have been here. So from 190th all the way through would have looked like this. And the Dyckman family would have had many different houses in different areas on this land and slaves working it. And slowly building it into the cities that you see. And their descendants being, you know, the government and things that we have now. And it's just a deep thing, man. Y'all have to grasp. It was truly all business. We get lost in the emotions, but it was truly all business. It was ugly business, but all business is ugly, and I have to grasp that. The man that sells cigarettes does not care that you might die from it because it's business. You don't have to buy it. So it's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. See the mushrooms over there? It's just a deep thing, man. I want y'all to grasp. It's the Dyckman family plantation. They call it the Dyckman farmhouse, but for some reason they don't like to use the word slave no more. I don't know why, but they got new words for master and slave and plantation. It's a deep thing. Excuse me. And that's the sad part about our black people. Chinese brother coming in here to see and learn about slavery. And you niggas live here. Like, this is crazy. I got homeboys that live down the block in the projects, ain't never seen this shit. They go right to that bar and grill and they go right to that liquor store. Because that's the warehouse liquor store. So you come up here, man, and you could come up here, check this place out. And when you're done, if you're an alcoholic or whatever, because I don't discriminate. You do what you do. I just be real with it. So in all reality, if you one of them drunk motherfuckers, you can come up here and go to the warehouse. It's right where I'm pointing the phone at. That is a liquor warehouse. They have most liquors at half price. So you get bottles of Moet and things like this for like $20 out of there. So you can come up here, learn you some knowledge on slavery, and get your drink right.